I still know how it goes. And also, hopefully, I will hear something. I'd rather you people will hear something, because that means we can get started. So if there's suddenly something noisy in the background, that's because of that. I still know how it goes. Oh, okay. That sounded like there was some audio. Maybe try again. Come on. I guess at worst someone will tell me if the stream sounds bad. Or so. Oh. Okay. So I guess I'll just assume it's okay and switch to the Twitch app, which for some reason doesn't let me see my own stream. But at least it lets me see my own chat. And so let's hope that that just works. Also, I hope all the overlays for chat and things are there, but it looks okay. Some of them might be a little big, actually. Maybe like this. I think the alert should be okay, so let's just hope that that works. Yeah. So, Star Wars The Old Republic today. There is a slight moment. I thought about doing Star Trek, but they just killed the Mac client, and I kind of didn't want to be encouraging that. So that's what I decided. And I've been playing Star Wars The Old Republic a little recently, so it's a good opportunity to continue playing that. Especially since I was sick a little bit, so that's why, well, that's one of the reasons why there weren't any streams. Just catching up on work and things like that. And and the last time I was okay was when I did a quiet stream of the new featured episodes in Star Trek Online. So there is no new episode that I haven't done yet, and I think it's too late to do the old one. So I'll just wait for the next new one to arrive, and then I'll probably do Star Trek Online again, or if the fancy strikes me and I think I want to play it. But right now I just want to play Star Wars The Old Republic, which is a fun little game. Hi Jess! Nice to see you here. Yeah, so this is Star Wars. This is a smuggler called Shui. And oh, I have mail. Interesting. Let's see if it's just spam. Oh. I was never fooled, Captain, not once. Your diplomatic immunity was obviously forged, even if I couldn't prove it. Without that document, rest assured I would have seized and searched your vessel. I know I would have found enough contraband Taris artifacts to put you away for a good long while. As for Thorn, she managed to escape Taris on a suspiciously quick schedule, but you already knew that, didn't you? Don't think for a second you've gotten away with anything. I know your kind. Someday you'll make a mistake, and I'll be there to see it. Catch you later. Okay, so that was a customs agent we had to do with on the most previous mission. That's one of the fun things about Star Wars The Old Republic, is that you get emails from people from previous missions kind of following up on what you did. And they also include some of the decisions you made, which is really neat. And you know, is cheap way for them, but a fun way for me to feel integrated, to feel like my decisions have an effect, you know, because they don't have to record extra stuff and they don't have to integrate this into other missions. They just add that, like, 2 missions after a certain mission you get this email. At least that's what I assume they're doing. I mean, I haven't seen any of the source code, so who knows. Okay, so we're doing a special mission. So in Star Wars The Old Republic, you have a companion. You can pick between several. So right now, if we look here, I have C2N2, that's a robot that sits around in my ship. Then there is Corso Riggs, which is this guy. He looks the wrong way here because you can customize your characters. So if you look at the companion, there's this little box, and so if you have a paid account, some missions... Well, actually, it's like this. Some missions reward you with this customization item that you can slot onto your companion to make them look different. And also, for some companions, if you want to customize them, you have to go to a special vendor and buy a customization there. So that doesn't work for all companions. But anyway, so that's why Corso here has the standard look while mine is customized. It's a little confusing actually. But I mean, I played with him in the beginning, so I kind of recognize that that's the guy. And I just recently unlocked Bodar, which is a Wookiee. Yeah, and so these characters are, like, their names are fixed. It's not like in Star Trek Online where you can just pick what name you want. And the look is, you know, there's like 3 customizations for each of them, so you can't really change that much. You could give them different clothes, that's about it. So the difference is that these characters actually take part in the story and you take them along. So like Tovan Cav in Star Trek Online, actually. Or Elisa Flores or something, you know, there's like some characters in Star Trek Online that are similar. And so you can only run around with one companion in Star Wars The Old Republic, different from the bridge officers where you can have 5 in Star Trek Online, but anyway. So, and so sometimes these characters have missions for you, like they get that little I have a mission icon on top of them when they're standing on your spaceship. And some of these missions are just short conversations where you learn more about them. And now I just got one, this is a mule about water, a mule out of water, where because he is looking for his cousin Rona Riggs. And so you're following a lead on that one. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, there's a lot of running in this game. So usually if you didn't have a paid account like I do, you would be running at this speed. Or you would have to buy on the cartel market. That's this little golden coin button up there. You can buy, I think, the ability to sprint. So I'll just leave that turned on because otherwise it gets boring really quick. Also, because that's still not very fast, you can buy mounts. Again, if you have a paid account, you actually, like if you have a monthly subscription, you can get mounts like they have, you know, like if you're subscribed this month, you get this mount. So like the first time I signed up, you could get this Kakaran Dagger Star, which is like this pod racer-like thing. And now, this month, they gave us a neat little rocket backpack, which is nice because it doesn't take as much room, but it's just as fast as the other one. So yeah, you kind of want that. The downside of using these mounts is that usually your companions, if you're walking around, sometimes they will say something like, oh, this is a bad area of town, or, I've never been in a city like this, something like that. And so you won't hear that if you're on a mount, because your companion just disappears. Okay, so let's see, where do we have to go? Yeah, so our map says we should take a taxi there. So on some planets you have to take taxis because they're, you know, like little floating cloud cities, that sort of thing. On some you can also run from point A to point B, but then you run into lots of enemies. And these cost a little bit, but it's like a negligible amount. It's like 25 credits, and usually when you kill an enemy or something, you get 100 or something. You see, I have 34,000 here, so it's not that hard to get any. Okay, so let's go to this mission location.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I love these transitions for the taxi cabs, by the way. There's different ones, like on different planets you have like a speeder or something. But it's this flying transition from like one map to the next. And I kind of like that. Mass Effect had that as well. Because there they do... there they had like little elevator rides even between certain levels. Sadly here the elevators are just like black out and the new map loads. I'm kind of sad about that. I would have wished they had done the actual elevator rides. I mean, the ones in Mass Effect were kind of nice because sometimes your characters were having conversations in the elevator, or someone was singing along to the elevator music or something. Which, of course, they couldn't do here because in an MMO you travel across the same spots a lot more. But they could do, you know, like mission-specific things. Okay, so we have to go down there. It's you can actually see it on the mini-map down here as well. It's just that usually like the regular missions are like this glowing pink, but this side mission is kind of optional, and that's why it's only this little golden green thing, which makes it a little harder to see on the map. So that's why I look at the big map. So yeah, this is a game that it's nominally free to play, so you can just go download their client for PC and start playing it. Or have to go into the cantina. But it's a lot more fun when you pay, because you can do the customizations. There's like certain higher level items, like if the item quality is better, then at a certain point as a free account player you can just not use those items. Even if you get them as free mission rewards or something, and some rewards will just be grayed out and will say like, no, you can't do that. That's not really... So in this game, like, it's good to evaluate the game on a free account, but I don't find it very fun to actually keep playing, especially if you're running that slowly. Of course, what you can do is you can go here to the cartel market and like buy the few individual unlocks. What actually someone recommended to me was get a paid account, so you get to play with all the special stuff, and on the paid account you get 600 cartel coins every month. 700 if you put a security code on your account. That's like a one-time password that like changes every 10 seconds. And then use that money to buy all the unlocks manually, so that when you cancel your subscription you still have all the unlocks. Which apparently you can do. And yeah, this planet that we're on right now is Coruscant Jez, right? It actually says it here in the upper left, if you can see that. It might be a little tiny on the stream. So yeah, I started out on a different planet, like you change between planets, and now at level 23 I actually got this one mission on Coruscant, and then there's other spots to go to. So let's talk to this doctor and see what he has to say.
Ah, Captain and Corso Riggs. It's good to meet such generous souls in a place like this. I'm Dr. Hope. I like to think of myself as a messenger of mercy, caring for the poor, forsaken citizens of the underlevels.
We don't need the pitch, just tell us what you know about Rona.
I'd be happy to, but as a doctor, I must put the needs of my patients first.
Okay, and this is how you have conversations here. It's not much different. It looks like the Mass Effect thing, essentially. You can also just hit the number keys. Some of these are actually decisions that kind of either like give you light side or dark side points, so they're the evil or the good thing to do. And others are just general, general conversation things. So let's be a little snarky to him.
Is that your real name?
The citizens of Lower Coruscant call me that for the ray of hope I bring to their cramped and miserable lives.
I'm sure.
Right, so I've got some life-saving medications that need delivering. Unfortunately, Coruscant security only cares about the rich. They don't let anyone distribute medications in the underlevels at all.
So I'm taking his word for it now, or what?
You better not be asking us to go after Coruscant security.
Well, I don't want to get you, or me, into trouble with the law. The only way to get my meds down without getting stopped is to carry them inside a living body.
What?
They'll be safely stored in surgical plastic and implanted under the skin. My, nurse can remove them on the other end.
No way I'm letting you implant me with something.
Okay, now I'm doing something mean. So you saw these little, like, Corso approves or disapproves. That means you get, like, points with him, and that levels him up as well. So what you can do sometimes is just hit escape, cancel the conversation, and start it again.
Captain and Corso Riggs. It's good to... I'm Doc...
We don't need the pitch.
I'd be happy
Really,
to.
I'm spacing through this now. Actually, Dr. Hope sounded... I thought it would be, like, ironic, you know, seriously. So let's go with this straight in.
First tell us if you've got the goods on my friend's cousin.
Rona, yeah, she's a hot one. Kiss you or kill you, you never know.
You just tell us what you want and lay off talking like that.
I knew Rona had such a gallant protector. Right, so I've got some life-saving medications that need delivering. Unfortunately, Coruscant security only cares about the rich. They don't let anyone distribute medications in the underlevels at all.
Okay, so that didn't change that much in that direction. It's sometimes it gives you like a longer stretch of conversation. Sometimes it is like this. So often it comes back to the same conversation. That's not that. But I kind of hope that I could be. Yeah, let's see.
Tell me what I can do.
Well, I don't want to get you
At
or
least he
me
approves, Tom.
into trouble with the law. The only way to get my meds down without getting stopped is to carry them inside a living body.
What?
They'll be safely stored in surgical plastic and implanted under the skin. My, nurse can remove them on the other end.
Yeah, no chance I'm doing that. I'm a smuggler, and that's the nice thing about this. So you have 4 classes on the light side and 4 classes on the dark side that are roughly equivalent. So you have, you know, like a Jedi Knight or a Sith Warrior. You have Jedi Consular or Sith Inquisitor. You have a Smuggler or Bounty Hunter. And then you have a what was it? A trooper on the light side and a secret agent, Imperial agent on the dark side. And so all of those have different starting stories and kind of later stories. They get, like, everyone has like a big through-going story. I haven't yet reached the point where the stories obviously overlap. Like, sometimes you end up on the same planets, and so you can pick up some of the stories there. But I don't think I've reached any... Like, I haven't played a character to the end yet in this game, so I have like some level 20 or 30 characters. I have one level 65 character or something, but that was one that I like started at level 60. There is a special token that you can buy, or you get one for free, so you can start immediately with the new content, and that is another character. And each of these characters kind of have a personality. And also, the smugglers are very humorous in some ways. Like, sometimes that just, like, ridiculous things happen to them. Like, you know, like, they talk to someone and just, you know, like, essentially you're supposed to be tricking them, but essentially the other person just suddenly gets a little dumb or something. But it's in a funny way. It's not like lazy writer way. And so, the only thing I'm going to suggest here is to Corso, because, I mean, I did the "you're out of your mind," and he disapproved, so he obviously doesn't want that. So Corso disapproved, and he's my, you know, I want him to be happy. I'm doing this for him. So, okay, I'll ask him to do it, because it's his sister after all.
You still think this guy is on the up and up?
No. Doesn't mean he doesn't know Rona. This was always Rona's kind of thing. Breaking the law to do good under the nose of a corrupt authority. It's worth it if I get to see her.
I'll just need you to come with me a moment, Master Riggs.
Uh-oh.
Perfect.
That
These
doesn't
vials
sound
should
good.
stay sealed for at least 12 hours, no problem. I'll tell my contact, nurse, to expect you.
When we get back, Rona better be waiting.
Oh, okay, so that's this guy probably just got one of those implants. Oh, it should stay good for at least 12 hours. That's good. It probably means at some point it'll break if we're not, if we're unfortunate. By the way, these this red honeycomb, that's something you see on certain doors. That means there are like special missions in there. I find it a little annoying that they put it in this game this obviously, that there are, you know, like they should have just made it a locked door or something that only opens when you're in a mission or so. But having these open doors and then saying, well, you can't get through, it like makes the scaffolding of the game show through. Okay, so we talked to Nurse Big Jan, apparently, his contact. As he accidentally almost said. Okay, what did I want to do? Oh yeah, after every mission, I don't know if you actually get that on a non-paid account as well. I think that's one of the things you don't get. You get, like certain missions reward you with an experience boost. Here, 25% boost for 1 hour. And so that makes it a little faster to level the character and get through the stories. But they've, like, when I started it was still a little more difficult, and now they've actually changed the game so you basically only have to play the main missions. So the main missions reward a lot more experience by themselves already. And all the secondary and like certain secondary missions that are all the pink ones, and the other ones are like icing if you want more stories. So that's made the game a lot nicer, and so that's something I want to do. So I'll just keep running for a little, and when I think that there will be something that I might be getting experience for, I'll turn on the experience boost, because it's timed. It's gameplay time, I think, not I think I actually checked by logging out and coming back and seeing whether the time was still on. Yeah. So that's why I'm not starting the experience boost right away, but I will just so I don't have to do as much work.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Okay, so let's fly
Have a safe and pleasant
to the
stay.
next destination. Yeah, so this is Coruscant, which I guess we haven't really seen in Star Wars yet, have we? Oh no, we've seen it in Star Wars 7, of course. Too bad they only made 4 Star Wars movies. Yeah, I just like this. It's a cool little game, and like it has a lot of story. And also, you know, it's something that I don't blame Star Trek Online for not doing this, because it's Star Trek, you know, and Star Trek is about good people. Okay, so two shuttles just arrived at the same time with nearly the same companion. Oh, by the way, these guys with like this little lamp here next to them and the robot, those are medics, and so you can get, like, if your armor, it can get damaged over time, like if you take too much damage, and then you can go there and repair them for a few credits. And also the loot you pick up, some of it is just junk, which means you can turn it in here and
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
and they'll give you credits for them. Okay, so let's see. I guess we're going... No, we're not going there. Where are we going? Let's go down there, I guess. The companions here are a little different than the bridge officers in Star Trek Online in that they kind of tend to occasionally just disappear and then pop up back at your side. So it's not quite as easy to lose your companion. On the other hand, they're kind of weird. These gray things are like when someone else has fought with them, with enemies, so they won't really fire at you and you don't have to fire at them. The red ones are like actual enemies, although in many cases they're spaced so you can find a path through them. Also, the class
These
that I
Black Sun
chose...
fools don't mess around. Look at all that hardware.
Here, that's what he's saying, like, oh, they're not messing around, look at all that hardware. So sometimes your officer has something to say. Where was I? Yeah, so my class actually has stealth, so I can actually disappear. Although I'm not very fast then. But they can't really see me. Like, sometimes you'll hear, like, one of them go like, huh? Or something, so that means they kind of spotted you, but not much. Which is also fun. But so I could just walk through here without fighting, essentially. There are some enemies that are like more clever and will actually detect you, even if you're cloaked. And of course you don't get experience from that. But still. I think the other players actually don't see my character when it's invisible. The only thing they see is like my nameplate, like this one, the one that says Corsa Riggs on my character. Like my character gets one as well. Like you see that on the others. He has like this. The player always has the nameplate. So that's what someone else would see. So I can actually just... I mean, here, if they're fighting them, then I can just walk past and they'll focus on that one. Like, they'll return to being aggressive after a while. But not right away. Of course, I'm a lot slower if I walk like this. But this is still the right way. But I guess at the moment I still have enough to talk about, so that's good. They always have, like, every couple 100 meters one of those medics, so if you get killed, you actually either, if you have a paid account, or you pay for a certain, like, medical drone passes, you can actually get revived immediately. Or if you're, like, lower level, I think, like, if you are level 10 or lower, you get free medical drones. But then, you have to pay for medical drones when you get killed, or, which everyone can do, is you just say to get revived at the next medical tent where the medical droid is. Okay, so I guess we're going down here. Okay. I guess I'll just go visible. There's a few. It's nice at this level. This character has some neat powers, like for example, sneak. Oh no, here, this one is a disappearing act. So several types of characters that have stealth have this, which essentially means like if you're in a battle and you're about to die, you can do this disappearing act, and that will immediately make you invisible and will make like everyone else forget that you were there and not see you anymore. Like usually you can't go into stealth in combat. But here you could. So these yellow ones are, if you don't start fighting next to them or actually attack them, they won't do anything to you. Yeah, so we're supposed to go into this cantina, apparently. So otherwise, if we hadn't stealthed our way through this, we would have had to shoot a few people. But my guess is we'll still have to shoot a few people. This rest zone thing is also, if you have a paid account and you log out while you're in a cantina, you actually get like a little bit of experience while you are not logged in, which also helps you level up. So that's kind of the like there's a bunch of benefits in Star Wars: The Old Republic that you wouldn't get. Can you get off that table, please? A lot of things that you cannot do or can do much more easily in this game if you pay. It's in that way Star Trek is much fairer to the players, even if everyone in Zone chat keeps complaining about it. Because yeah, they just essentially you can do everything in the game just by playing it, and there are a few experience boosts or something. But that's it. Well, let's continue the story then.
You bring goods? Doctors say 2 people. Look out. Now time. Cut out spice.
Ouch.
Did she say spice?
What happened to... Oh, I'll do anything for...
Oh, okay, that's
Let me get
mean.
back to you later, Captain.
Okay, let's
You
do
bring
this
goods?
again.
Now time.
Ugh,
Did she say
disgusting stuff.
spice?
So yeah, I just delivered drugs. The question is, am I... What did you expect, or am I... I mean, the nice person would say I'm going to kill her. That sounded better in my head.
This slime is going down.
You used us! If you weren't a lady, you'd... I gotta go have a word with your boss.
I not speak basic. You say take spice away? Good spice. I give good money. Big, how you say, cut?
We're not asking for a bigger cut, you idiot.
The thing is that this might give us a little trouble if we destroy this now. On the other hand, it does, you know, like, see, here, this is an example of a light side and a dark side choice. So dark side is this red triangle, and it says, you know, that would be if I said, well, I want a bigger cut. Or we could do the really good thing and avoid the drugs, but the thing is then... question is, does he get his sister? Let's see, maybe I'll cancel out of this one, but it's... I feel kind of bad, like, micro-optimizing conversations like that, because I actually like playing the story. So it kind of, like, seeing clearly here, like, what options you have or something. Oh, but let's see, maybe we can get through neutral.
Let's deal with our messenger of mercy.
Definitely. This is going to be your last shipment, lady. Get a job.
Okay, so that was the neutral choice. So it's not always clear. Like sometimes you have like a light side, so a good choice, and a dark side, so evil choice, and you have a neutral seeming choice that then leads to a second bit of conversation where you can get like a lighter light side or a darker dark side choice then. But usually, you know, like this is the way to get out neutral, and then you neither like do the really good thing or the really bad thing, which I think for the smuggler is okay. Like if I was a Jedi, playing a Jedi character with this mission, I would immediately have said, okay, light side, destroy the drugs, because that's the bad thing. But as a smuggler, you know, your ethics have to be a little bit more flexible, I think. Okay, so we're just going back out again. So yeah, this game is about, what was it, like $10 per month. It's not that much, but then it's also not pocket change. But I think it's, you know, it's a fun game, so I don't complain. Oh, okay. So let's see. Oh, okay, I didn't. Okay, they didn't actually attack me, which is good. So sometimes when you fly too close to them, then they will attack you, so you kind of have to be careful if you don't want to get into a fight right here. So you see here's the gray guys, so you can actually just fly through, but we actually want to go on the left. Okay, and so there's one on the right, so hopefully nobody on the left. Good. So I need to go through here as well. So again, I could just, you know, like start fighting and things like that, but let's see. You know, like of course, fighting gives you extra experience as well. Well, just gives you experience. So, or maybe it gives you. Well, I don't know. Something at least. No, I think you get experience from fighting as well. Not just, you know, there's always like skill points and experience points or something like that in some games, so I'm never quite sure whether I'm mixing some of these up. And you see, like with this rocket backpack, I'm a little faster than the people running up there. Okay, where do I want to go? I want to go up the left. See, so they've started a nice fight, which is okay, so I don't have to do it. And you see there's like Jedi and Sith and everyone running around here as well. Well, maybe not Sith, I'm not sure on Coruscant. Not sure if there's any Sith missions on Coruscant. Oops. Oh, okay. He's up there, so we have to go up the walkways. That's a little makes it a little difficult, and I mean in pretty much every game, but I don't know if I have bigger problems here than in for example, Star Trek Online. Oh, that person just leveled up and then logged out, I guess. So that the problem is always like if you have several levels, then it's hard to tell whether you are going to the right spot on the right level, or whether you actually have to go one spot down to find the spot where you want to go. Oh, I thought there was a little one badge on that letter, but it isn't. Okay. So we're here.
Welcome. Please select
So
an
now we
available
wanna
travel
go
route.
back to... Oh, I think that's the cantina. Okay, so
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
we're going back to Dr. Hope, yeah, in the cantina. So, one thing that I haven't told you yet is that, like, in many spots you will find... Where are they? I don't see it here right now. Okay, so there's, like, little devices in some spots that indicate a teleport point. Quick travel point. They kind of look sort of like this, but, like, more rectangle-ish. And when you walk... Oh, here. So where is that? Somewhere over there. Here, these ones. And so these, if you enter the sector where this one is, you unlock that teleport point. So once you've seen a point, you can go back by using this quick travel. And as far as I remember, quick travel is also something that is has a shorter cooldown for paid accounts. So you can just click that, and then you can see the points you've been with their names. And you'll see Dealer's Den Cantina. That's where I want to go. So I can just immediately teleport over there and don't have to fly all the way. It also doesn't cost anything as far as I know. Sorry, my nose is itching. Here you see there's another. There is the quick travel point at which you then materialize. So let's go to that doctor. Where was it? Over there. Let's be a little.
Did the delivery go well?
Yeah, we did your dirty work, you fraud. Now where's my cousin?
Answer quick,
You
doctor.
keep us waiting. I've got a few things to implant in you.
Whoa, back off there, soldier. You're looking for Rona Riggs, right? Well, she's the one who thought you two would be right for the job. Don't shoot the messenger.
Just like the old days, eh, cuz? Of course, I'm a little more big time now than Ma and Pa ever would have allowed.
Okay, so what do we answer here? I think I'll go with I'm not impressed. Or should I be really angry? That's the problem when you have actual decisions to make in a game. You actually worry about them, and you just don't just go like, okay, this is the right one.
You
Let's
look
be
pretty
smart.
small time to me.
I'm the underboss for the Black Suns on this part of Coruscant. Not bad, considering 5 years ago I was shoveling Ronto dung.
The Black Suns. You're a gang member?
Gang leader. You think I should write home? Make Ma and Pa proud?
Sorry to be the one to tell you, but Corso's the only family you've got.
They're all dead, Rona. Separatists got them.
Ha! After all that grousing about the big dangerous galaxy? Guess that showed them.
How can you say that? Don't you care? We obviously came just in time. Come on, Rona. We're getting you out of here.
Poor chivalrous little Corso. Don't you get it? I don't need to be rescued. I chose this life.
Wanna work for me? No. You get, like, for each of these decisions, you get, like, light side or dark side points. And you get a light side or dark side level for that. So, but of course it's usually an either or. What that means is that some vendors or some items actually require you to be evil enough to use them, or pure of heart enough to use them. And yeah, so that's why, of course, those are more attractive. And I think I'm not gonna make Corso that sad. I'm gonna try to help her.
There's only two ways out of that life, sweetheart. With us, or in a body bag.
This isn't what you wanted, Rona. We talked about wild adventures, not smuggling spice. You wanted to be like the captain, right? Thumb your nose at society and use your freedom to make a difference. You can still do that.
It was a nice dream. But this is where I woke up. I'm sorry I dragged you into it. Go with your captain. Maybe you two can show me how to make a better life.
Okay, so I guess we did this. And he was very happy about that choice, which is good. See, we got 1400. Like, usually you get like 400 or something, so that was, I guess, good. But you only got 50 light side points, so you look, every level is about 1000. So yeah, well, we got something out of this. Out of delivering drugs in Corso's body. Yeah. The animations are kind of like, you know, like every game has like this stock set of animations that you just put on every character. You know, not just like the player character, where like how the character turns, which here is more like an MC Hammer, you know, more like that. But here, like all these little conversations or something are just like rotating, or the dancers over there. If you see that, there are so and I always find they have some really weird walk animations. So in general, I mean, these running animations are kind of okay. The walking ones also work. But the ones they use in the cutscenes always kind of look like, I don't know, a little bit rheumatic, if that makes sense. And also they have this one weird animation that they like to use a lot, where the character takes like 2 steps backward and then turns around to walk away. And on one hand, I think that's actually something, you know, like people do, but it happens way too often in this game, I have the feeling, you know? So it's... And they also have, like, when someone is wounded, there's just, like, this one animations where someone holds their side. It's really funny to you know, like, recognize these. I mean, there's the same, like, Star Trek Online has similar ones, you know, where, like, you have this conversation emote that is kind of like this, and then, like, this broad hand gesture. And they use it in every conversation where someone is just slightly preaching, and it's way too big. So that's always kind of funny to have those animations, and I'm kind of, since this is like the second game, you know, I compare it, that I've played for a while, so I compare it to Star Trek and suddenly notice a lot of weird animations that seem probably much too weird for me, I don't know. Okay, so I guess that was a short mission, and we did it. Just because I talked about this light side, dark side, so here you see, like, this is this alignment meter, and you see I pretty early on I did a small dark side thing, because I kind of thought, you know, like, you're a renegade or something, maybe I should just play this, and this is something you can do in this game. You can play a Jedi or something, but play them totally dark side. But you actually see, like, there is, you can even turn it on or off here, show dark side corruption, so you actually can, like, the character can get, like, blackened eyes and, like, veins, gray veins standing out in their face and things like that, when you're an evil character. So that's really interesting that you can play characters like that. And also, you can kind of make certain themed decisions. So, for example, on my Imperial Agent, the story kind of lent itself that you were often, like, got orders from Sith. There were always, like, snarky replies you could get, like, you know, do it yourself or something. Because, you know, there is the Empire, and Sith are very dominant in that, but aren't strictly part of the Empire. They sort of run it, but they don't. So what I did was, like, I always went for, like, no, I only do it if I have to, or whatever, to the Sith. And it went so far that at one point one Sith essentially killed me and I had to revive. But I could keep playing, you know, so it's it's a fun thing that this game lets you do all these things, like actually give your character some personality within the actual gameplay. Like, you can, you know, like, choose how your character should look in other games and do stuff like that. But you're way less, like, the actual stories usually just play straight and more neutral. And so I really like that they're more flexible here. Okay, so I guess our next mission would be this one, where we have to help a ship. Now, you get your own spaceship. Oh, I guess I'll teleport. It has cooled down. Like, you see this little At the moment you don't see, you'll see it in a second. So let's teleport to Senate Plaza. That's where the landing pad is. So again, we're doing the quick travel. Whoosh. Okay, and now let's see. Spaceport, yeah, it's behind us. Good. Oh, by the way, I didn't really show you that I have a place here. So you can have a stronghold, which is a little apartment that you can decorate. And so there was recently a free like 4 credits or something for a stronghold on Dromund Kaas and on Coruscant. So I got that one. Like I got, like you could, yeah. So like it's one is the dark side and one is the light side essentially, because you have to pay extra if you're a dark side character and want to go to a stronghold on Coruscant. So that's why they gave both away. So let's go there and have a peek at that place. So that's essentially what it looks like. Actually, that's a nice picture. Or sort of. Press spacebar to continue. So get a nice little animation where you land nearby. It's just like, it's mostly, you know, like just for people to keep stuff. It's like you can put certain items in there that you either unlock by playing certain missions, or you buy them. So like you can buy like bank access, and then you know, from any place you can just say I want to go home with this window that I just used. And if you do that, isn't that neat? So Moran is the character on which I actually bought this stronghold, but I can still go in here. And so yeah, it's like so you get like this is just a monument that you could get, but for example I got my own mailbox, so that means if I'm somewhere on a planet and I quickly want to check my mail, I could, and I don't know where the next mailbox is or whatever, I could just teleport to my stronghold like this and look at my mail here, or mail something off to a friend or something. I also have here, this is access to storage that is specific to like this spot actually. So it's like for all my characters. So if I want to exchange something, I can just drop it in there and another character can grab it. I guess I could also mail it over. And you can also like put up your own companion, like place your companions somewhere here. And this is actually a vendor that I got from one mission. I don't even remember, but she sells, you know, like furniture for strongholds. So okay, yeah, I guess if I want to have stuff like that. So like this bench is something I put here. Like you can buy expansions with like lots of credits or actual money in the, again in the cartel thing. Otherwise you can't go in here, you know. It just says here unlock, you know, it costs 10,000 credits, which I guess I could afford now, or 100, which is about $1, I guess, cartel coins. Then you get like an extra area in that house and can, like, you can invite people here apparently. I haven't tried that yet. And yeah, so I put up other stuff here. So there's like, these robots are also essentially vendors. I don't remember what these all do. I guess they all essentially give you... Yeah, I guess it's just different kinds of furniture. Yeah, it's just different styles. That's pretty much just decoration that looks nice. This one also. That's another companion, a robot. That's on my spaceship. And that's essentially the living room, so you get like a few beds and things. I mean, you can't really do anything with those. You can't even lie down. I don't know, I guess I could probably... don't know, there's probably something in the emotes. I don't know where I find... ah, here. Chairs and sitting. I guess I can't lie down or something, I don't know. Maybe action? I guess, oh, sleep, maybe I can do that one. Okay, that's the wrong way around, but basically it works. Oh, but I can turn now, yeah. So yeah, I guess I could sleep. It's just a little more complicated. Anyway, and so like all these wall carpets and paintings and things you can actually hang up here. Like you have this editor. Yeah, I know. You see these little hooks and you can right-click one of those and then place an item that you have. Like I have this fireworks launcher over there that I could trigger, and I could place another one here, I guess, on one of those hooks. Or whatever. So I seem to have a few more items. Arc Datacron. Okay, that's kind of the same thing like I have on the other one, and you can remove them again. So you can like if you place one, you can like move it around a little bit so it doesn't have to be quite on the spot, and you can turn it so you can decorate pretty nicely. Anyway, it's kind of cute, but not really necessary. It's kind of good to be able to go there. And he is a hologram because, of course, I have him with me right now. So, I mean, if I called a different companion, then he would be himself here. So if I called Bodar here, and now Corso here would be the real deal.
You know I enjoy talking, but I got nothing to say.
Okay. Oh, and here is some locker. I don't remember what that does. Oh, I guess it gives some... I think it produces something, so every time you open it, I think it will... gathering resources. Unsecured small credit box. And now I can open that. And I got 202 credits, that's nice. So yeah, those are... I don't even know where I got this. I think that's something that one mission gave me, so it's kind of a free credit dispenser. I don't know how often per day it works or whatever. Also, you have a great view out of this window, as you see, like with other ships flying by and things like that. I have my own fireworks. Come on. I think it'll start again soon. At least last time it looped a little bit. Oh yeah, now. Isn't that nice? I think I also had a Christmas tree. Maybe I put that in the other apartment to make it look less drab. Oh. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have in this apartment. Like, this is kind of a standard apartment that you can get, and then you can get out. Now you can actually say, okay, you want to get to Coruscant, or you can even say go to your starship or to the fleet, which is like the central, well, marketplace essentially, but also a bit of a travel hub. But since we wanted to go to the starship anyway, that's what I'll do. Yeah, so one thing that's a little sad is you can't repeat missions in this game. Okay, and so this is my spaceship. So everyone at some point, like in the beginning you don't have one, but at some point as you level up, you get your own spaceship, which with like a robot that keeps saying nonsensical things.
Master, I've marked the best escape pod for your sole use. I, of course, will go down with the ship.
Sometimes he says things like, "Oh, I've changed your nutrient paste so it will be, it will contain more vitamins or something." And so like everyone gets a ship at some point. Sometimes something blows up in the ship. I don't know why. I guess it's supposed to be. Oh look, it's that chessboard-like thing with the holograms. Just that it doesn't work. This ship is obviously, you know, it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's my own Millennium Falcon. I mean, you know, I like the nod, but you know, I think the chessboard is a little much, you know, because like why would like every smuggler have that game? And so this is like a console that you can sometimes you have to like get your missions here. Well, you don't get missions, but like you talk to your mission contact or something. Oh, what's this door? I don't remember that one. I don't think I ever went there. I guess it's a ladder or something. Maybe that's supposed to go to the guns or something? I don't know. And anyway, here is where you go to the bridge. And so every spaceship is kind of like this. So you have this console that actually gives you like certain recurring missions, but I think they're the space missions. I haven't really tried those yet. Usually you have like one of your companions that's here. In my case it's like in the smuggler's case it's Corso. The others are like in other rooms on the ship. It's exactly like on Mass Effect, essentially. Everyone picks like a room and stands there and waits for you to talk to them. And then you have this galaxy map thing with which you could choose where to go. And so we'd have to go to the Celestial Crow. So this is the map, and you have like different areas. And now you have to find Nar Shaddaa. Here, Celestial Crow. You always get like little yellow markers for like missions that are on planets if you are, and when you like mouse over them they have different colors as well. And so each planet is like for certain levels. So here like 37 to 41, 41 to 44, so you don't really want to go there early because you'll just get yourself killed. But here this one is for the next mission specifically, so let's just go there. Starship Celestial Crow is a standard light freighter. They sent us, like, you didn't see that because that happened before I started the stream a couple days ago. Sent us a distress call, and that's why we're here. Starship Celestial Crow is a standard light freighter. The vessel's engines appear to be non-functional, leaving the ship drifting into the sun of an otherwise uninhabited star system. And so like every bit of travel costs a little bit. So, well, there's some that are like zero, but usually it costs a little bit. But that's not really that difficult, because if you're on a world where there's enemies, you just shoot a few enemies and you get credits. I think I'll be able to demo that because I avoided combat so far. So let's travel there, but I'm sure there will be some enemies on that ship. And the nice thing is that while you're traveling, you can actually just walk around still on your ship, so you could already get going. And you even see like whatever you approach, it shows up. So if it's either a different planet, or in this case it's this spaceship. And I find that cool that they went to all that effort. What's a little sad is that every time you go to your ship on the ground, it automatically first takes off. I guess they only wanted to do the planets, and they didn't want to do, you know, because if you had to explicitly take off to to go to another place, then they wouldn't have shown you the... They would have to make both the planets and the ground side view. But it's a little annoying, because like sometimes you're, you know, like customs has you locked down on a planet, but as soon as you go in your ship, you actually take off and go into the, what's it called? Not atmosphere, into the circular thing around planets, you know. I can't think of the word right now. Oh yeah, and of course your other, not in this room, your other companions are around here as well. You can talk to them as well. And this is like where you could call the crew. That's also something that they just do for certain missions. It's a real BioWare-ism that they always have like a holo communicator, a galaxy map, and this crew intercom for inside the ship for calling them. I never really, you know, I don't really think they're necessary. But okay. It's kind of charming that BioWare always do this. You have lots of rooms in your ship. So this other woman in the cargo room wasn't really a companion, or at least is not yet, so you can't take her on any missions yet. For now she's just a mission giver that's standing around. But I think I read something that you can actually, that she actually becomes a companion at some point. Okay.
Hate to be nosy, but is there some reason we're docking with a decrepit starship in the middle of nowhere?
We're here on a rescue mission.
And who's gonna rescue us if things go wrong? I won't tell you how to run your ship, but what am I supposed to do if you don't come back? Boarding another vessel in deep space is tricky. A million things can go wrong.
You know how careful I am.
When you're this far out in space, careful is beside the point. You're at least planning to take some muscle, right? You do have a Wookiee?
I'll have Bodar tag along.
Good. Your odds of surviving just tripled. Good luck over there. I hope you don't need it.
See, I had him with me anyway, so... You can actually, you know, like, as I did before, like, you can click this thing and, like, pick a crew member to take along. So they sometimes do these little cutscenes, which is also nice. So let's go out of the ship and see what we do. Come on. Okay, and we've got Bodar with us. That's nice. And so this would be how we go back. And this is kind of starts us into the mission map, I guess. They often do that you kind of... I don't know why this point is not part of the mission map already or something. It seems like a very mission technical thing that I don't quite understand what the advantage would be. That doesn't sound good. Find Feylara, that's the person who called us. So now if you look on your map, so there's here a spot where you obviously have to get to, so we'll go down there. Here is, as always, our medical droid, so if we get killed we'll revive here. Just so we know. Oh, and out there you see... Oh, maybe we can see that. There's another player who also just arrived. It's difficult to speak. So if they walk in here, since this green area is like a special one, they will actually just disappear. Oh, now you'll see it. Well, go in. Okay, I guess they don't go in. So usually they would just disappear and now we missed them, sorry. But so they just walked through here and then they disappear because they get their own instance of this. But it's always kind of weird that out there is actually another one, because you know, they could have started it just when I landed. Don't know why they do it this way. feels kind of, you know, like taking me out of it a little bit. Okay, let's start our bonus XP because I'm thinking we'll need it. And let's see what we're doing. Oh, robots attacking us. Oh, by the way, this smuggler I created as a healer. So that means that's really what I have to take care of. That was another one. Oh, so and Bodar is more of a melee fighter. So I'm actually still healed. We haven't taken much damage, so that's okay. Otherwise, I would have had to recuperate or even use my underworld medicine thing. Or one of those other heals that I have. So if he was like going ahead and attacking everyone, then more enemies. And so one of the things that the Imperial Agent and the Smuggler do is they can take cover and then fight from there. And like I get like certain special shots when I'm in there. Can also launch a little bit. Okay. And again, I've barely... Oh, I think because Bodar is switched to heal, that's why I'm not taking any damage. Okay, so you can... That's something also they added in the new revision, that you can actually take your companions and switch them to a certain role. And so, for example, I can tell him to tank, or I can tell him to do damage. I think Bodar is supposed to essentially be a tank, which means he attracts aggression. Let's see how that works. And that means I will probably have to heal him now. But let's just get going. Okay, there's another robot up there. Oh, and you see that these little red arrows on some kind of canister. That's like a common thing in this game where if you see that around a group of enemies, you can get, you know, sort of close. Just killed it. Okay, that works. Oh, now we can loot something, finally. Okay. So we get a hover drive, that's one of those junk things, and we get a bunch of credits. That's generally how that works with loot. They fill up our inventory, and now what we can do is, if we're close enough, yeah, I can shoot this and then it'll electrocute that guy a little. Let's throw disorienting grenade. This guy takes a lot of so Bodar should probably get healed a little bit. So I can use these, or I could just recuperate, then both of us would heal, but since I didn't really take much damage, that works, I guess. Okay, so now we've found here the locked door, which is interesting. Oh, that opened the door. Okay. Ah, there's someone over there. It seems like a nice kind of small mission this time. Not usually you have like bigger story furthering missions. Like there was a guy who stole our ship and we only just got it back, and so I'd expect at some point that we'd meet him again. Maybe he shows up. Maybe he caused all this.
Hi there. Was starting to think you wouldn't show.
How could I let down a fellow spacer?
Why'd you have to be pretty and nice? Why couldn't you have been mean and ugly?
Oh, okay.
This is harder than I thought it would be. You remind me of my sister, and I really like her. Just so you know, this isn't personal. I have to kill you. But it's for love.
Nobody's ever tried to kill me for love before.
It's romantic, right? See this wavy light around my body? It's a ray shield. Blaster fire can't get in or out. Neat, huh?
If blaster fire can't get out, how will you kill me?
Shh, quiet. I have to make a call. Skavik?
Okay.
It's me, Feylara. Surprise.
That's the guy who stole our ship.
Long time no see, sweetheart. How'd you get this hollow frequency?
Does it matter? I've missed you so much, Honey Bunch.
I miss you too, Honey Bunch.
Is this, Captain? You making an army out of my ex-girlfriends?
It's not like that at all. This is your nemesis, right? The captain who stole your ship on Coruscant and made you look stupid?
Why don't I leave you lovebirds alone?
Got a better idea. I'll leave. Can't think of a better punishment for you.
Don't be like that. You know you love me. You're just afraid of commitment. I can prove how much I love you, Honey Bunch. I'm killing this nemesis for you. Get her, boys.
Lady has crazy eyes. Okay. Okay. Check that Brodar doesn't get killed while we're playing around with these guys. Oh, I'm actually taking damage. That's